Emmanuel Macron has suffered a devastating blow as a French company has announced it will give Britain priority access to its vaccine rather than France. A French startup has received an order from the UK for 40 million doses of its vaccine this week, with London to now be given priority access to the jabs over Paris and the rest of the EU. The vaccine is expected to be in the UK by June this year but may not be available in France until 2022. President and Chief Business Officer of biotech company Valneva, Frank Grimaud, has estimated that the first vaccines will be delivered to the UK as soon as medical trials are complete, which he believes will be as early as June 2021. However, vaccines are only likely to be available to the EU by approximately the beginning of 2022, even though the company is based in Saint-Herblain, Pays de la Loire, France. The council president of the Pays de la Loire region has angrily blamed French President Emmanuel Macron for a missed opportunity to provide the vaccine to local people. President Christelle Morançay said, "It is vital that the state proves it has much more agility and reactivity when it comes to supporting and defending our companies at the forefront of fighting the virus. France has missed the chance of its own COVID vaccine." France's slow vaccine rollout has been the subject of a bitter debate since early January, when it became clear that the country's cautious approach was leaving it behind its neighbors, the UK in particular. According to Our World in data, the UK has vaccinated almost 15 million people, whereas France has only vaccinated 2.3 million. Against this background, the news that the Institut Pasteur had abandoned its plan to develop a COVID-19 vaccine with the US pharma giant Merck has only exacerbated recriminations over the place of science in a country that takes pride in its history of scientific discovery. Sanofi and GSK also acknowledged their main vaccine was less effective than anticipated, delaying its possible rollout until the end of the year. The company said that it will now help its competitors BioNTech and Pfizer produce their vaccine amid a shortfall in production capacity. Following these announcements, the center-right Les Républicains parliamentary group tweeted, "In a race against the clock, the Pasteur Institute throws in the towel on its main vaccine project, while Sanofi announces a delay until the end of the year, because of a lack of efficiency after so many grand announces. This scientific decline is a slap in the face." French MP for the hard left La France Insoumise, Bastien Lachaud, added, "No vaccine in the country of Pasteur. What a symbol. This is where the impoverishing of public research, the primacy of the private sector, and the triumph of management and profit are leading." Speaking to French radio, Fabien Roussel, the national secretary of the French Communist Party, also claimed, "This is a shame for a group like Sanofi and it's a humiliation for France. Not able to vaccinate, not capable of putting a vaccine on the market." Mr. Macron has recently criticized the UK's vaccination strategy, questioning its effectiveness and arguing France is being safer. The French president claimed the AstraZeneca jabs appeared to be quasi-ineffective on people older than 65 just hours after the European Medicines Agency, EMA, approved it in the whole of Europe. He also condemned Britain's decision to extend the time between people receiving their first and second dose from 28 days to 12 weeks. The 43-year-old insisted the goal is not to have the biggest number of first injections, and claimed we are lying to people when we tell them they've been vaccinated by getting one injection of a vaccine that consists of 2 injections. However, scientists at the University of Oxford vindicated the UK's decision to maximize the number of people receiving their first dose. Tests showed the vaccine has a 76% efficacy against symptomatic infection for 3 months after a single dose, with greater effectiveness when a second is given later. Greg Clark, the chairman of the Common Science Committee, said, "It seems that President Macron has made an error. It is nonsense." Former Tory leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith added, "His reckless remarks damage public health by playing into the hands of the anti-vaxxers on a false premise. In this respect, he out-Trumps Donald Trump."